The Premier League is back. Welcome to Football Temple. Well, if you join us for the very first time, this is where you enjoy premium football content. Yes, the season is upon us, and of course, our match day one in the English Premier League is what we are about to witness this amazing weekend. The season starts on a Friday, just like it's been doing in the last couple of years as Liverpool, the defending champions, welcome Bournemouth, the team who are making money in the transfer market. Football Temple brought to you by Azar Studios. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and follow us on our social media handle. Now, this is our first preview for the 2025-2026 Premier League season match day one. Yes, as we'll be doing a whole lot of things this season. We'll also be giving you watch along this season. We're bringing fans to the studio this season, and there will be plenty of premium banter this season. Shekari Praise and the Bishop joins me as we look at match day one, match week one in the Premier League, guys. I'm excited.
That sound, you know that Premier League sound.
I'm excited.
That sound, that sound, they sweet me so much.
I'm having goosebumps. And the sweet part, we say, they sweet me the more because I don't say, Aston not going Premier League.
I will disappoint you. See, I want to.
We already know what to expect.
We already know what to expect.
Come on, let's.
It's an open secret.
It's there.
Man United will.
It's there.
I'm not in the league,
there.
right? I agree.
It is a fact.
You guys will suck.
Of fact.
You will suck. You will suck. You finish 18th,
I don't care.
17th,
I don't care
or
sinking.
16th.
I don't care sinking. We end the season on the same plates. Nothing for you. And who even says Man United will end the season with nothing? With Brian. Brian.
Well, 10 games to look out for this weekend in the English Premier League, starting on Friday. With Liverpool, yes, playing host to Bournemouth on Saturday.
Yep.
We'll see Aston Villa take on Newcastle United. One man has said he will not play again for them. We'll come to that game. Brighton will take on Fulham. Nottingham Forest, the surprise team of last season, will play host to Brentford. Can Forest still be the same Forest they were last season? They've had a terrible preseason. Sunderland, the newcomers, will take on West Ham United. Spurs, with a new manager, will take on Burnley. Of course, with Scott Parker against his former side. Wolverhampton Wanderers will take on Manchester City in the last game on Saturday and on Sunday. It is the Super Sunday first. It will be the London derby between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. And then Manchester United will take on Arsenal in the Super Sunday clash.
Be
there in the studio as we witness good football. And on Monday Night Football, we'll see Leeds United take on Everton, newly promoted Leeds, if I'm not mistaken.
Daniel Fark
will take on Everton in the last game. But guys, let's start with the defending champions. Liverpool up against Bournemouth.
Yeah, come on, Liverpool, come on, like you said.
First game for Liverpool this season.
Yeah,
in front of their fans. In front of their fans.
New signings.
First time.
Yeah.
Having a feel of Anfield in the Premier League. You never walk alone ambience. Tribute to Diego Jota. No Luis Diaz. No Darwin Núñez. What do we expect?
Same Liverpool to beat Bournemouth. I think
enthusiasm, please. The Premier League is back, man.
Come on, it's back. It's back. See, you cannot take away the excitement from the Premier League. It's arguably the biggest, the brightest, the sharpest league in football in history. That's if I won't bring in Nigeria for their football league into it. But now, I love the MPFL. But the truth remains, man, guys, the Premier League is fantastic. You know. Liverpool should be winning the game. I think Bournemouth have lost so many players in the transfer. They look like the whooping boys. If it was in those days, they shed their blood for other teams to grow. You know, they're the sacrificial lamb.
They've lost their two centre backs.
First of all, Zabanye has moved to Paris Saint-Germain.
Three defenders.
There are three of their four defenders.
They've lost four across the back five, including the goalkeeper.
Balaga. Gone.
But they've got
Petrovic and they've
coming.
Is it a step up or a step down? We'll find out on Friday. But the truth remains, man, they've lost some key players. I think the biggest transfer they did this summer is to keep Semenyo. The guy from
Ghanaian,
I beg your pardon, from going anywhere.
I know you're going to Castor Semenya. But let's go. Anton Semenyo.
But I come to sincere to Semenyo, fantastic player. I think. I don't like seeing players that are bigger than the club. I think the ambition of Bournemouth is far bigger than the ambition. He should be playing, one of the top teams in. But unfortunately, he's there. But Liverpool, I think, yes, they may not be at full strength. When I mean full strength, but I don't think they are at par with what they had last season.
You think so?
But yeah, I do think so. I think the quality of the players that are left have not been replaced, especially Luis Diaz.
No, especially Diogo Jota.
I won't say replaced because they lost him.
Exceptional
player. He can do anything and everything. And when the chips are down, you need players like Jota.
He doesn't have
to step in.
Game. He doesn't have to start the game.
Comes in and
he's a miracle worker. He practically he lays hands on the ball and the ball respects him. So for me, I think, but for Bournemouth at Anfield, in front of the Kop, with the fans singing, "You will never walk alone." Hopefully they get their manager, former manager Jurgen Klopp, also sitting down there and watching. I don't think Bournemouth can stop them on Friday.
They finished 9th position last season in the English Premier League, talking about Bournemouth. Finished 9th position. They've got a call of that player.
A call?
Yeah, Evanilson.
They don't have a call. They do not have a call. They have a call with player up front. Yes.
Evanilson,
Semenyo, and of course Ouattara as well.
Were fantastic last season. Can they cost an upset to Liverpool?
I don't exactly.
Don't forget Tavernier.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
I don't exactly. Even last season when they were playing that football, when they play better, but they met Liverpool, and what happened? Liverpool, Mo Salah did his thing and they got past them. This time around,
3-0-2 new.
Yeah, this time around, I feel like easy pass for them. Like you said, Liverpool are not playing on that strength they played on last season. Lost players, the team, the new ones will come, never really settle in like that. It will take time. We know how these things go. Premier League no go give you that
very
time.
Unforgiving.
That's just the problem with that. You don't get the time to soak in pressure and feel the atmosphere and all of that. But I mean, big game, easy one for Liverpool. I think it's going to be an easy one for Liverpool.
Well, easy one for Liverpool. Thought predictions?
A good start for Liverpool. I think 3-1. You can't stop Bournemouth from scoring.
Yeah, that's just it. You cannot score
3-1 victory Liverpool.
3-1 victory.
2-1 in favor of Liverpool.
Well, 2-1 in favor of Liverpool. Quickly, let's go to Saturday where it will be Aston Villa against Newcastle. Now, this is what I want to talk about this game. For Newcastle United, they've not had the best of summer.
They've had a terrible summer. To be honest,
every single player
anything
they've gone out for,
they failed to sign.
In fact,
whatever they lay their hands on,
of Newcastle fans now hate Fabrizio. Yes. Because the thing is one of the biggest problems. Once it says they play, the club
they are raising it.
Is into this player. The following day, another club has signed the player.
Yes.
Now, every single player they've gone for, they've not been able to achieve. And Aston Villa, on the other hand, I've not also had a fantastic summer. It's been quiet. No major, signing for the club. Of course, they got a striker from Nice, about 30 million. Evan Gusson, if I'm not mistaken, from Nice are there about. But Unai Emery against Eddie Howe. These are two managers who have stood their time in the Premier League.
But I think for Aston Villa, they've got a bit of consistency.
Yes.
As much as they haven't got anybody good set, they didn't lose a core of their team, which is very important. And the fact that I think the biggest signing again has to be the fact that Ollie Watkins did not go to Manchester.
For now.
But he can't go to Manchester.
Yeah, of course. He can't
go. So he would stay. He would stay 29 years of age, he's not getting any younger. So I think he should have, taken that leap of faith if his faith can carry him. But again, come on, they've got a good player. They've got Jacob Ramsey. They've got Bailey as well. They look like a team that is well tutored. Unfortunately, they've lost Rashford. They've lost Marcus Asensio.
That's not unfortunate. Losing Rashford is not unfortunate.
It was a very good player for them last season.
He wasn't.
Fantastic player for them last season.
3 goals.
My brother, forget it. Apart from goals, there are things that make a player great for a club.
He wasn't fantastic.
Same with Asensio as well. Who is not
if you call Asensio, I feel agree.
Both players were pivotal.
Asensio was you can see the difference now.
No. I know you're a Man United fan who despised Rashford. But the truth remains, the guy was absolutely good for the club.
No.
So 2 of them is a big blow. But again, like I said, they've got a bit of continuity. The reason why they brought them in was to give them that squad in depth, to push them to the final line and get them Champions League football. Scratch that, 6 months later, they're playing the Europa League. They will take it and they'll move on. But I think they've got a better stead ahead of that game because they have a core of their player. Gussan, we know it's going to be a backup striker. You can't have a Will Watkins who will give you 20 goals and drop it for Gussan. No, even if it was spot for 50 million pounds, he has to play on the study until because he's getting younger. He's getting older. So, but again, I know Aston Villa. people will say, oh, it's not, they're not where they are, but come on, not against this team. The team Aston Villa will get a victory in this encounter.
Well, Aston Villa will get a victory against the Spurs, against Burnley quickly, guys. A new manager has come in. For Spurs, I'm talking about the former Brentford Thomas Frank. Is coming. These guys are Europa champions.
Yes, they are.
And the signings are absolutely good.
And they've also gone to the market to spend for Tottenham Hotspur, playing against a Burnley side who have gone all out in the market. There is a certain Kyle Walker. Now with Burnley, so don't underrate Burnley. If you
and
do
they have
so,
a former Premier League manager.
Scott Parker. What should we be expecting?
For Tottenham Hotspur, it'd be like say, what's his name?
Thomas Frank.
No, Thomas Frank. It'd be like say, as in come the club with
something
something different. Because we know say that club, they not like they spend money, or maybe it's the whole.
They would have told him that he's going to win the Premier League in a few years.
Yes, or maybe
so
it's the
that
whole,
few years. So don't know how long.
If he's still there, if that's actually true, or maybe it's the whole winning of the Europa League and all of that. Now they give them
belief.
Yes, to want to go out there and get players. We also hear that they are in the conversation for
Savinho.
Kudus has coming.
And Savinho.
Paulinho is still under a possibility. We're hearing
that.
No,
Paulinho has come already.
Paulinho showed up.
Savinho rather.
Savinho is under possibility.
Under probability. This other guy, we're hearing Jacob Ramsey.
He wants Mattis
as well.
Yeah,
Mattis made permanent.
For that Tel guy, I don't see anything special with that kid. To be honest, I know they really see anything. Maybe Thomas Frank can pull something out of him. That's why I never see. Maybe if he show me next season, but by and large, Burnley, I don't think they are going to be any threats. They're still, we know say they get manager we done the Premier League before to we understand Premier League somehow, but regardless,
go Chelsea, go to uproot players.
They collect Chelsea players.
All the youth players.
For a player like Amanda Broa, this is his time for this is the last big chance he has.
Yeah.
Just redeem yourself because it hasn't really worked out. Obviously, Chelsea maybe they wanted to keep him. That's which was why they kept on sending him on loan.
Hoping he could turn a good leaf.
Everton, obviously, Southampton did not work. I think maybe the best return he had was Southampton.
But let me be sincere with you. I don't know, something was on.
Yes.
He stepped the nudge.
That was the best return he had at Southampton.
And then all of a sudden he captured a free fall from the heavenlies.
Yeah.
Right now he's finding
down.
Not even down. I think he's finding water right now. He's down deep sea. That's
maybe
how bad
oil.
it is. Maybe oil.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, let's look at I think it's a good move for him.
Yes, very good player.
He's very good player. Unfortunately, he's a victim of excessive squad. Exactly. Yeah. He has to find somewhere to play.
They're too plenty.
Come on, they can't be like now this in a park. All of them are out. As they plenty for him.
With their hair.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, guy, come on. Yeah, make that move. But again, see, no disrespect to if there's anybody that can cause an upset, it's Burnley. I don't know. No matter I can sit down here and say Tottenham will win because if you watch them play, you would still see that there's still a work in progress and they haven't really replaced Son Heung-min. His goals are pivotal. He's a player that will give you 20 goals. Who's the guy that can do it? It's not Kudus.
But it's no longer.
We know. But you have to. You letting him go.
Last season,
you need to let him go. And that's why they struggled last season. Because he was injured. He was topsy-turvy. He couldn't get a game time on that.
But got Kudus, come on.
Yeah.
How many goals could you get to get them in West Ham?
How many goals? Who says it cannot be a surprise package?
How many goals gave you last season?
I'm saying next season.
They also brought in Vuskovic.
Who say
Vuskovic? Okay, how many goals Vuskovic give you last season? I'm looking at the numbers here. Some will give you 20 goals when he was on his highest peak.
Seamlessly.
Nobody seems to be that guy to take up that part.
Well, let's go to the Molineux where Wolverhampton Wanderers will play Manchester City on the last game on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff Nigerian time. We know City's problem last season.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has got to start this season with on a high. Now, Rodri is out until September when international break. After the international break, so he probably missed the first 3 games that they are about of the season, or first 2 games of the season, I beg your pardon, for them. Against the Wolverhampton side who have let go of Matheus Cunha. But I've also
Ryan Aït-Nouri.
And Aït-Nouri, of course,
a big blow.
has joined Manchester City, one of their best players in that one. But you know that Wolverhampton Wanderers sometimes you don't know what to expect. Potential banana peel. Especially when I think they're playing at the Molineux, if I'm not mistaken. That stadium seems to be has got a spirit behind them. They've lost some players in recent years, from Adama Traore to Raul Jimenez.
They've lost Diego Jota and some other people. And under the new manager, the Portuguese man, I think it's Pereira, if I'm not mistaken, he seems to, begin to start the building phase. Exactly. Got some new Portuguese players, Sarabia, with the Botafogo left. What if he's cracking Man United?
Jorgen Starlassen has also joined.
You didn't really have to put that in, but
you can take it. The Larsen as well. That guy look like that guy look like he can get 15 goals.
Yes, he has that structure.
No, he can.
He has that touch. I saw him out there at was he Real Sociedad or the Spanish club he came on loan from, and
Celta Vigo.
He had,
and his area ability is second to none.
He was there last season.
He has a very good touch.
Now he's signed new talent.
I mean,
they've gotten the player from Fluminense too that was saw the World Cup.
Yes, Arias. So, like I said, they could be like a potential banana appeal for this team. Come on, man. And Man City struggle. Again, let's go back to history a bit. Man City, they struggle a lot playing at the ball in stadium.
That is what I want to say. You also bring in that history fact. Wolverhampton Wanderers know how to play. Be it at the Etihad, at the Molineux, they know how to play against Man City. Man City save themselves. I still never really convinced. I feel like, say, Guardiola no go feel redeem himself. So I know that, okay, maybe he could do better than they did last season, but I don't think he's going to
not get there again.
Yes, thank you very much. I don't think he's going to go back
immaculate.
Up there.
At the time he was untouchable. He was like, come on.
He was on a realm of his own, but I don't think we're going to see that anymore. Yeah, I don't think.
Let's go to Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Now, this is another game to look out for this weekend. A London derby. Crystal Palace, we understand where they are coming. Now, they were fantastic to the end of last season, winning the, of course, FA Cup. And after that, well, by beating Liverpool to the first trophy of the season.
Fantastic.
Now, this is a club that barely had nothing in his cabinet. And in less than 4 months, they've got two trophies in their cabinet.
They've won 3 times straight at Wembley Stadium.
Of course, at the Wembley. Now, they play against a Chelsea side who are European champions coming to the season with good pre-season after beating AC Milan. In their final game. And, of course, also won the Club World Cup. In that one. For Chelsea, they've got options. If there's no Pedro, there's Drian Delap. There's Pedro Neto on the flank. And there's Esteval. So it looks like for everyone,
nobody's even talking about Bino Jamie Gittins.
Nobody's
talking
about him.
Without the money they paid for him.
And in the midfield, Andre Santos is now
he's looking like a very good player.
A different player than what Chelsea bought. So if you've got Moses Caicedo, you've got Enzo Fernandez, you've got an Andre Santos who can slot in. Yes, they might have lost, of course, I beg your pardon, Levi Colwill, who is injured up until next year. Season. I will not play. But against the Palace side, we've got John-Philip Mateta, Ebere Chieze, Diarra. Was it Diarra? Of course.
Ismail
Assar, I beg your pardon, who was a thorn in the flesh.
Jeremy
Frimpong. This is a fixture to watch out for, guys.
Yes, it is absolutely. Crystal Palace, one team way as much as expensive as Chelsea can
intelligent
be,
manager Glasner.
Yes, very intelligent. We've seen how the remarkable job he's done so far upon joining the club. We know that they haven't really brought in a lot of players.
Won in 6 years. He's won it in less than a year.
Yes, we know that they have.
Wow. You have to throw that in.
You have to put that in.
But that's true. That's true.
Come on.
It's 1-2 community shield.
One community shield because he's only played one. If you play another one, he wins it.
I'll throw it.
By any stretch, you can argue for a fact. Take it to the bank. He's better than Mikel Arteta. He's won Europa League. What has Mikel Arteta won?
No, he's not won the Europa League.
He can never win the Europa League.
Oh, Glasner.
Oliver Glasner.
He
did. What do you have to say about that?
Arteta will be playing in Champions League season. Like, I assure you that he will be doing that this season. But that's my
yes. So as explosive as Chelsea can be, Crystal Palace, one side that have shown that they can be compact at the back. The other day we saw McGohey leave the pitch. He was
limping.
We hear that the owner says he's going to be sold.
He was taken out of the pitch, and we also hear that
this was a fixture that last season both games ended 1-1.
Yes,
but at least let them talk about McGay. We don't know he's looking likely to have a niggle injury, but at least to Parish after the game, he said they're going to sell him. They will not lose him on a free.
Bro,
they
would
sell
him. Get
so
that money
imagine a team that could still lose
players.
That could still lose a Ebere Cheze.
Come on, they lost Chalobah, but they went on to win the FA Cup.
Yeah, they lost. They could still lose Ebere Cheze and lose McGay. These are two leaders in the team.
But at least they have them for this weekend.
How does they do? What they do? Wait and see how they can pan out.
I mean, they have Lacroix,
Lacroix
as well.
Lacroix,
Daniel Munoz too, an excellent.
But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a tough game. Chelsea, I think my question is who steps over Colwill? That leadership role at the back.
And Enzo Maresca
well.
insists that they are not
They
they are not going to keep they are not considering keeping Renato Viega, even though we know say Kobe said they come out, but
he wants to get a new defender.
Yes, he wants to get a new, but I mean the one not Viega. Viega is okay. He had a good spell at Juventus. He tried there.
It's not keeping Viega. I don't
No,
think.
yeah, obviously
I have my question mark too on it.
Predictions? Chelsea, Crystal Palace?
I see 1-1. Maybe a repeat of what happened.
Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Who?
Crystal Palace day on.
I say 2-2 draw.
Crystal Palace day on.
2-2 draw.
Crystal Palace day on the high now. They no go and lose that
Well,
match.
let's see how that pans out.